Hello internet. So yeah, doing a collection video. Right now I'm on PS2, which is like massive. So I got like 6 stacks of PS2 games here. I'll just like go for 20 minutes because this is gonna take a while. Because like this is like less than half. So I'm basically just getting rid of all my game cases so I can put all my games in like the game binders like this, and then have it like easier organized and not have all these cases around the place to be all in the way and stuff. So that's that. And now I'm on PS2 games. So if you have any games you see here or see any games that you're like, oh, you should do a gameplay of that video or do a playthrough or whatever, just leave in the comments down below or wherever YouTube puts the comment section at a later date and stuff. But let's do it. So yeah, to make this faster, I'm just gonna like, if there's a game on here that I haven't really played, I'm just gonna share the box and say this is this game and not even try to talk about it. So first game, we have Dropship United Peace Force. Haven't played it, can't really talk about it because I have a lot of games on PS2 I haven't played because this is like back when I was collecting games and stuff, and yeah, it's a long story, whatever. 007, what is this? Everything or Nothing. I played this a bit online with some friends. There's like co-op stuff. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I don't think I played the campaign too much. Ace Combat 4, Shattered Skies. It's okay for Ace Combat game. Like, I played it after playing 5, I think. I'm not sure about that because I played 5 and 5 just blew me away. And I was like, holy crap, this game's awesome. And like, yeah, 5 made me a fan of the series because I'd not played Ace Combat before, and I played 5, and it was like one of the best games I've ever played. So I was like, holy crap, this is awesome, and just definitely in the top 20. Like, the story's great, everything about this game is great. Like, the story, the gameplay, graphics. Okay, maybe not the best characters, but whatever. It's really good. I highly enjoyed it. Ace Combat 5 Unsung War. That was the subtitle. And then we have Ace Combat 0, the Balkan War. I haven't really played that much, so just gonna throw it down there. Let's see, what is this? Air Force Delta Strike. Another action flight game that doesn't really exist anymore. And I haven't played it, so I'll just sit to the side. Oh, here we go. Amplitude, this game. So this was made by Harmonix, who also made Rock Band later on, but this was like one of their first music games. Before this, they made Frequency, which I'll probably get to later in the list, or the stack of giant games, or giant stack of games. So like, it's basically a music game, and you're going down a track, and you push the notes in the same order that it's laid out as, and it activates tracks and whatever. So, well, I would get more into it, but basically I have a gameplay video of it, so I might put an annotation here just because it makes sense. But yeah, really good game. Really fun, awesome music rhythm game. Arc the Lad Twilight of the Spirits. I have not played too much of this game, but what I did play I enjoyed, but not enough to really talk about it, so let's move on. Area 51. I think I have a gameplay video of this on my channel, so yeah, I always wanted to play through it, but I always start it up and then I get sidetracked and then move on to something else, so yeah. Art of Fighting Anthology. It's got the first 2 Art of Fighting games and the Path of the Warrior, or the first 3 Art of Fighting games on it, so yeah. So it's a nice collection of old fighting games if you're into them. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. Haven't played this game, so, or not too much of it outside of the rat hunting mission like at the very beginning, so can't say too much about that one. Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. I actually was able to beta test this one through the Gamer Advisory panel, and I really had fun with it, but then there's like nothing really to it besides the multiplayer, so, because the single player is just like the multiplayer mode, so yeah. I enjoyed it though, which is why I bought it, so. Derp. Beyond Good and Evil, this game. There's like an HD remake for this out now you can go and play, so check it out. It's really good. I didn't really get too far into it, so I can't say too much about it, but it was fun. What I did play. Black, This is a first-person shooter. I haven't really played it, so on my on my backlog, like a lot of these games, just like the Bouncer, because it's a beat 'em up, but with the production qualities of a Square Enix game. But this was back when they were SquareSoft, so all that cutscene stuff and character development and blah blah blah, but in a brawler or like beat 'em up where you just go around and beat people up. Pretty cool. Actually, another thing to note is like how much this main character looks like Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Because I think the oh, what's that guy's name? Wow, I'm blanking on the dude's name, but I think it's like Tetsuya Nomura, the character designer of Final Fantasy VII. He also might have been the character designer for that game. I'm not 100% sure. I should probably look it up, but whatever. Burnout. This game, not as good as 2, but I wanted to play after playing 2 just to like see what it was like when like the first game in the series. So I checked it out. It's okay. Not as good as 2. 2, however, I played this and I played the crap out of it after I bought it, and I was like, wow, this game is pretty cool, pretty good. And I was like glad to see EA get a Criterion after Acclaim, who published this game, dissolved. So yeah, and they made Burnout 3, which was awesome, and the rest is history because Burnout 3 was just like, bam, just so good. But yeah, I always like the okay. just keep going, Tekken, keep going. It'd take too long if I like stopped and talked about every game. But yeah, it's Capcom vs. SNK2, one of my favorite fighting games. Like a large roster of characters, and just like really cool systems and really fun. And not as chaotic as Marvel vs. Capcom, so I can totally like get on board with that. But then it's also like one-on-one strictly fighting, so yeah. Castlevania Curse of Darkness. I think this is the only Castlevania I have on PS2. So even though I have like a ton of the handheld ones, this is the only console one I have. But probably because I could never find the first one, like Lament of or whatever the first one was called, whatever. Hot Shots got 4. I think I only got this one to play online with my friends at the time who played it. So yeah. I'm not really a fan of that series, so I probably won't ever be coming back to it. Contra Shattered Soldier. I think I don't know. I'm trying to remember how far I got when I did play this game, because you only get like a certain amount of lives, but it's Contra, but it's like a more graphically with the times version, because the old version. And my webcam cut out. I'm not sure if it just... But yeah, I was saying that like Contra was, yeah, a good modernized version of it. Dance Factory, this game, you could basically put CDs in your PS2, and it would create tracks for them, and then you could like edit the arrow thingy steps of the songs, and just like play the or like play songs of your personal music collection that were CDs. You could play them like in a DDR interface, so it's just like step on arrows and stuff to songs and stuff. So that was pretty cool. Dark Cloud. This game, I got to the very end, I could not finish it, so it's like one of those bane of my existence games, because I got so far and I could not finish it, and I played through it and it wasn't that great, and I'm like, I'm not playing through this game again. So yeah. And then Dark Cloud 2, people said it was really awesome, and I wasn't too sure going into it, but I picked it up anyway just because like so many people said it was awesome, but I haven't really played it yet, so yeah. DDR Max, Dance Dance Revolution Max. Yeah, it's DDR, so there's not really much to go there. There's arrows that go across the screen, and you step on them to music. I could talk about like the song selection or whatever, but I'm trying to like get as many games in 20 minutes as I can. Dead to Rights, I enjoyed this game. It was interesting. Like I never played Max Payne, so I can't really compare it, but I think that's what people would like compare it to, because it's like you're a cop, and there's like slowdown effects, and you shoot people, and you have like disarm moves, and you have a dog you can call in. But yeah, Dead Rights. It's kind of slow at the beginning, but then it picks up speed, and it's got a pretty good like end, like final boss section. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, Deus Ex: The Conspiracy. So I had never played this on PC, and so I got the PS2 version. One of my friends got this for me for like one of my birthdays, and this game so good. Like I would say one of my favorite PS2 games. Like I played it and just, and then like it's cool. Like when like the new one came out, I was able to appreciate all the differences between them. Like in this one, hey, you could have like your specializations in like different skills and stuff, and how it made you more I like when you specialize in a skill, you're more what am I trying to say? Like depending on like the skill, like where you put your skills in, like that's like how your character played. Like if you had a bunch of stuff in like your med kit, you could heal a lot better than if you only had like a few skills in it, and like you could heal more with less med kits. That's what I'm trying to say. Or like if you put it into certain weapons, like you do more damage, like move faster, and I think just be better with those weapons as opposed to like other guns. And like depending on like how you developed your character, you could like with heavy weapons, if you had them out, you would just be, depending on like your nano augmentations or whatever. They're probably not called augmentations because I'm thinking of Human Revolution now, but like depending on like how you evolved your character through the nano machines or whatever that you evolved your character, like it affected how your character played and everything. So Deus Ex, I love that game still. It's still pretty good, and I have it on Steam now, so I can just play it anytime. Devil May Cry. So yeah, this is one of the first PS2 games I played, and I enjoyed it. It was really cool, just completely stylish and action packed. And Dante was a cool character, and like the voice acting and the action on screen, really good game. Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. So yeah, I skipped over 2 because it got bad reviews, but then 3 came out and everybody's like, oh man, amazing, like so good or whatever. So I was like, okay, I gotta try this out. So yeah, I haven't played through the whole thing, but I played like the first stage, and it's fun. It's Devil May Cry. Disaster Report. So this game, you play as like two people. I think it's one or two people that are stranded after a disaster, and you have to get through the city, surviving on like really low resources, and like really weird stuff happens as you're trying to get out of the city, and like things just get worse and worse. But yeah, it's a weird game. Disgaea, Curse of Darkness. So yeah, I know I mentioned this in like in the PS1 games when I was talking about them, but like strategy RPGs, and this one is a strategy RPG, but the mechanics are completely different. But like not until I think Disgaea 2 I got as well. I'm not sure. Yeah, I did. But I played it and then I just couldn't get into it. So it's like Disgaea is just not for me. I mean, I'm not gonna knock it and say anything bad about it, but it's just not my type of strategy RPG game. You can like stack your character, or not stack your characters, but not in the first one anyway. But like if you have them surrounding different opponents, they will do like group attacks and stuff. But it's based on how many. But they don't always do it because you have to have like a certain amount of something points before you do that, and like your action completes or whatever. But yeah. And I'm more of like the old school version of like just move your characters to like a spot and then attack and then just turn based every turn. So it's not my cup of tea. But I'm not going to say anything bad about it. It has like some really good sprites and like character design, but the gameplay is not to my liking. All right, Dragon Ball Z Budokai. This game, when I first played this game, I was like, wow, this is like probably the best adaptation of Dragon Ball Z fighting in a fighting game ever. So until the third one is like the best so far, I'd say, out of like all of them that have ever come out. 2, the problem was like the story mission, or not the story mode in 2 was just too elaborate. It was like a board game setup or something stupid. So like when you're unlocking characters or whatever, it made the process that much more of a pain as opposed to being, oh, this works really well. Whereas Budokai 3, which is the best Dragon Ball Z fighting game of all time, up to this point anyway, like you got this like open world part where you can like go around and fly, and then like the story still like follows the structure of the TV show, so it was really good, and like each like chapter is broken down into the different sagas in the show. But yeah, I'm a huge DPC fan, and this one just basically was just like just nailed it as far as like the look and feel and like the way the story progressed and everything. So yeah, totally awesome. And of course, I have 2 boxes of this game because my nephew lost my copy, so I had to buy another one, of course. So that's why I have 2. But at least this one is like the greatest hits version, who has like even cooler box art, even though I'm throwing out the box of the game. So kind of sad, but whatever. Okay, I'm almost at 20 minutes. I'm gonna try to get as far as I can in 20 minutes. Dragon Quest 8, I haven't played this one. It comes with the demo of Final Fantasy 12, I believe. So yeah, I think that's one of the selling points. But then I heard a ton of people say good things about this game. But my theory about that is that that was probably like the first Dragon Quest game they've ever played, and after playing 4, 5, and 6, they're all kind of the same. So I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to playing this one. But I kind of do want to play it after I finish 6, just to see if it's more of the same. Because then I can know like to not really care about the series anymore. Because it's very, very similar every time. Drakengard. This is like a Dynasty Warriors with dragons, kind of. I think. I don't know. It's actually it's not. There's like multiple segments. There's parts when you're on foot killing dudes, parts when you're on a dragon, like in dragon action sequences, which there's not enough games of. So like Panzer Dragoon does it, and then there's some other dragon games, but there's very few. Or like Lair was like the most recent, but you'd think there'd be more dragon games where you get to be a dragon and wreck stuff. So what's up with that? Actually, wasn't that added to Skyrim? But I didn't play Skyrim, so there you go. And then we have Grandia Extreme, one of my favorite JRPG series, and I picked this one up because it's like, ooh, Grandia Extreme. I haven't actually yet to finish this one. So yeah, I can't talk too much about it, but Grandia, I love Grandia. Speaking of Grandia, how much I love it. Grandia 3, I haven't played this one too much either, so yeah. So I'm not sure how similar it is to 3, or I mean how similar it is to Extreme or whatever, where it takes place and all that stuff. Alright, now I have a stack of Grand Theft Auto games. So we have GTA 3, the what should I say for that one? Infamous game that everybody likes to point out and be like, hey, people kill people because they played this game. It makes them so violent, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Vice City. I'm not really going to say too much about GTA because, I mean, if you played it, you already know what to expect. So, and then San Andreas. See, I'm thinking about, like, keeping these cases since they're all Black Label. And, like, GTA is, like, one of my favorite series still. So I could just, like, line them up on the shelf. It's like that's, like, the one thing I'm, like, thinking, like, while I'm doing this is, like, what cases am I going to keep and, like, not throw away. Because, like, for sure, Mass Effect and then Chrono Trigger for DS are, like, the 2 so far. And I think all my top 5 games, like Galaxy, or Super Mario Galaxy, Red Dead Redemption, Mass Effect series, Resident Evil 4, and Portal. But I think Portal 2 I'll go ahead and toss because I don't have the first one, so it's like, you only have the second one, and I haven't even finished the second one, so it's like, whatever. And like I played on PC, so there's no case for the PC version. But back to the cases and the games in my collection. Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories. I think, actually not I think, but Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories I've not finished actually. I got really far in Liberty City Stories and then I just stopped playing one day. And then Vice City Stories I was doing a playthrough on my previous channel before all my videos got taken down, and it kind of killed my motivation to keep playing. Because the story was kind of up to where I was at, and I was like, I don't really feel like playing anymore, so. And Gran Turismo 3, this game, I played it and just like blew my mind. I was like, this game looks amazing, holy crap. And it's only like gotten better with time, so, like visually anyway. Gameplay is good. It's a very different take on racing because it's so realistic and just like whoosh, but I love me some Gran Turismo. And then here's 4, like I said, love me some Gran Turismo. I remember this game got like delayed so many times, and I was like, dude, when is it coming out? But yeah, that's like the one thing about Gran Turismo. These games, they always get delayed, so it's like you have to suffer through delays for that one. Okay, we're at 19 and a half minutes, or 19 minutes and 50 seconds. I'll go ahead and stop here and come back with part 2, because I don't know how many. This is going to take a while for all these PS2 games. and more PS2 games after this.